All right, family, welcome back to another edition of Gamba News. Today is December 13th, 2021, and the time is 3:51 p.m. All right, just before 9 minutes before the stock market closes on the east coast of the United States. Already see across the board, the markets are all down. You see the Dow 30, Nasdaq, Russell, Dow, the S&P, they're all running down. All right, that's about just about 9 minutes. Give it 9 minutes. They close. All right. See, look at some overseas markets. They're to close. The FTSE 100 is down. The Nikkei 225 is down. You see, crypto, Bitcoin took a shellacking today at under 3,000. Just about all. If you round up, close to $4,000 in losses. And CMC crypto took almost about rounded down to about just $74. Taking a beating. Crypto CMC crypto 200. All right. All right, take a look at that euro for some currency exchanges. Here, the euro to the US dollars taking a hit down. Look at that 10-year bond. The bond is at 1.4240 down. GBP to the US dollars down, and the US dollar to the Japanese yen is a little bit running up. All right. Let's take a look at some of the market. What's going on in the markets right now? In about 8 minutes to the markets close. All right. That was from YahooFinance.com. YahooFinance.com. All right, switching over to let's go to Kiko.com. You see here we got the Kiko.com New York spot price. They're open. It closes about 1 hour and 12 minutes. Let's go ahead and refresh that to see if that updates a little bit better. All right, yeah, 1 hour 9 minutes, so that's currently fresh. But we're going down here to the world market, to the world spot price. You see gold is up just about a little bit over $4. Silver's up just about 12 cents. Platinum is down, palladium is down, and rhodium is at 14,800 an ounce. All right, so that was something to look at the financials. Okay. Some of the world metal spot prices. So take a look at that. It's from kitco.com, all right? Kitco.com, all right? KITCO.com, all right? So let's get into some actual news here. And here we go right off the bat from zerohedge.com. California is hiding $3 billion a year in spending from the public. Claims it's for the own people's good. As we say here, Melanie Gamba News, this channel, they think they know more than we do. They think they know better. One time you question them on it, they say it's for their own people's good while we're hiding it. They make all the excuses in the world, talking about if we give it to them, they're just going to spend it and blow it. So we're going to keep it and say keeping. We know what's doing, but we all know they're pocketing, hiding it, buying their $10 million houses, expensive cars, watches, and saving it for their own families down, for their own future generation down the line. Where we the Booleans get absolutely nothing. All right. So get into this article right here from zerohedge.com. All right, in 2018, California resident Stephen Child wanted to know how much the state paid to a single vendor over 5 years period. Instead of the data, California Comptroller Betty Lee sent him an invoice for $1,250 or $1,025. Childs asked more questions, and the controller's chief counsel Rick Churro admitted the state held electronic records and warrant codes, keen to maintaining a checking account online. All right. So they have a checking account online. So basically, pretty much, Yee is claiming her office could not locate a single payment. No, that's not fake news or a comedy punchline. All right. California's top financial officer actually argued this in court recently, despite admitting that she paid 50 million individual bills last year. 50 million individual bills last year. All right. So they got all this money in California, but they don't want to tell nobody where it's coming from. That's what's going on. That's just a microcosm of what's actually going on throughout the rest of the country and the world. These so-called wannabe elites, they steal all the money. They don't want to tell us where they got it. And they say, we don't need to know where it's going. They know better than we do. They know how to spend the money and finances. But we all know just pocket it all. All right. So go and get that article. That was from zerohedge.com. All right. Zerohedge.com. All right. And to our next one. And this was a big one here. This is according to Basel III. We haven't reported on this for a while, but now we're back to it. All right, Basel III rules. This is pretty big because what's coming up on January 1st, 2022, New Year's Day. All right. Having carried out regulations previously through Basel I and Basel II rules. Basel III rules are pages of jargon waffle. However, the salient points that we need to consider are the stable net funding ratios and how it relates to real estate. All right, that's some of it. But let's get down here to the nitty gritty. All right, what does it mean for gold? All right, so pretty much the the party systems, basically the United States has agreed to the Basel III standard rules, and most of the a lot of central banks have gone to the Basel III rules. but it's the LBMA and certain other banks that have been fighting this tooth and nail. LBMA, the London Bullion Market Association, Metals Association. All right, they fought against it tooth and nails, and we get into this article here down here a little bit more. I'm sorry, it was the Bank of England and the LBMA. They fought against it, and since July when they implemented. But the U.S. is fully on board with it. They've agreed to it. Let's hope. Let's hope our government, which ain't keep it, the king, has never kept not one treaty. They've only kept one treaty in the world, and the rest of the treaties they've broken. All right, but on January 1st, 2022. That is when the LBMA and the Bank of England have agreed to sign off to be fully implemented until Basel III. Basel III making what that situation is that Basel III and what the LBMA and the Bank of England have finally capitulated to is that they've agreed that gold and precious metals will be tier one assets, and that means they won't hold paper bonds or anything else. They have to hold tier one asset, which is gold and silver in their physical possession as a hedge against all inflation and everything else. All right, they can't manipulate the price anymore. They have to go ahead and keep doing it. And what many people don't know, they were holding it up for a reason, so they can accumulate as much precious metals as they can: gold, silver, palladium, titanium, rhodium, germanium, anything else they can get their hands on. That's what they would. This was the delaying tactic to get it in. You just have to read between the lines about what's going on. All right, so Basel III is set to officially kick in on January 1st, 2022. That means the price of you expect the price of precious metals to just absolutely boom. It may not happen overnight, but it's going to have a gradual takeoff, or it may even have a sudden takeoff all of a sudden. All right. So go and get this article here. That is from investing.com. All right. Investing.com. All right. And then we switch over to King World News. Global financial system is rigged and failed to destroy currencies and business cycles. All right. What's going on here right now? The jig is up. The cycle is up. This so-called whatever you want to call it happened over the past few years. Has put a dent in the pockets, and now there's so many people out of work. So many people have quit work, so they can't get anybody to come into work because people are like, oh, man, I'm not going to go back to this anymore. And a lot of things are happening behind the scenes that now you have flat out. You have just chaos in the market, and now the people who've been running it for so long, who've caused these moving bus cycles, have now figured out that, hey, let's just rig this thing to blow up. We'll take what we can, we'll get what we can out of it, and screw everybody else. All right. So many of these people have went ahead and done it. But let's get into it a little bit. On December 12th, Matthew Pippenberg, if I butcher this, I'm so sorry, at Madison Horn Asset Management based in Switzerland. In October 9th, I began writing and warning yet of the ignored ominous signals coming out of the repo and Eurodollar markets on what the lack of liquidity or lack of spendability amount of U.S. dollars poured in for our markets in the coming years. All right, so this man was writing years in advance about the repo markets, how they were hurting the world currency, the world stage, and how they would have such issues with having getting dollars for their economies. All right, but this is just one issue that's going on around the world. All right. We have the great resignation going on. People quitting their jobs left and right. People having a hard time getting their jobs. They're now firing people left and right because they refuse to take the. The people just saying, I'm not taking the whatever you want to call it, the malt liquor syrup, whatever else they want to call it, the virus that can tell time, magical pill. People that are taking it and they're quitting. So this is now a full-on effect about what's going on. All right. So go and get this article that is from kingworldnews.com. The warning signals are already there. All right, just get ready, family. All right, and then we got our final article for the day. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. After we told you to suggest this up a little bit. There we go. All right, sorry about that. All right, let it focus in. All right, gold rush. Russians reportedly buy a record amount of precious metals since 2014. Now we got the Russians getting involved with it, okay? Now, we've reported that many of these countries have already bought this. They've already bought what they wanted to buy, and they're buying more. And they bought enough to where, okay, we got it in our hands, we have it, we got it in secure locations, it's protected. And then now they're releasing the news articles, all right, to the rest of the world, all right? All right, the Russians have bought a record amount of gold since 2014. The Russian media have reported they bought 4 tons of gold bullion and coins in the past 9 months, which is 8% more when compared to the previous reported year. All right. So you can get into this article a little bit more. All right, and it goes. Let me read the line here. All right. Gold investments have become popular in other countries as well, with Americans having purchased 91.3 tons of the yellow metal in the past 9 months. So there you go, family. This is we may be quiet here in the U.S., but we're in this market too. The government may not be saying anything, but we the people are speaking. We the people have decided, okay, we don't trust this financial system, so we got it involved in it too. All right, of the yellow metal in the past 9 months, while China and India gold buying has surged by 54 and 24% respectively. All right, so we here in the U.S. we've purchased our precious metals as a hedge against inflation. I'm not gonna say whether I bought it or not. It's not my call to let you know what I've done. Please don't email me. Please don't write in the comment section what I've done either. All right. Something's going on with the comment section. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, but please don't write me saying, "Hey, I bought this. I bought this." Keep that to yourself. All right. We don't want to let anybody know what's going on with you personally. All right. But if the Russians are buying gold, other countries are buying gold, Americans are buying gold, precious metals. If you have not got involved with it, get involved. All right. Thank you for once again joining another edition of Got Me News. Be safe, be sound. Remember, you're your own best banker, your own best savings and loans, own best credit union. You're your own best financier. All right. Get it together with your neighbors. Get it together with your communities. Get it together. Reach out to everybody around you. All right. Once again, be safe, be sound. As we always say, thank you once again joining us another edition of Got Me News. Let's get it started.